Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you haven't followed me before or seen my videos before, I am Coach Callum and I help women who want to lose body fat, get amazing physique results, but also want to improve their relationship with food and body image. And why should you trust me? Well, I've had 13 years of experience on a gym floor as a PT and a nutritionist, but I've also got a master's in mental health, specializing in disordered eating, body image, and I'm trained in acceptance and commitment therapy as well. So when I talk about improving your relationship with food, I don't just regurgitate things from self-help books. This stuff is all research-led and it works. You've only got to see my client results to know that. And that's one of the things that I am really passionate about. Is I think in the industry at the moment, we've got two sides. You've got the coaches that are really kind of big on the relationship with food, intuitive eating, and all of that kind of stuff, and basically thinking that even if you remotely think about dieting or counting the calorie, you've got an eating disorder. And then we've got the all or nothing coaches on the other side that basically telling you to eat chicken and broccoli out of Tupperware and telling you you don't want it enough. I sit somewhere directly down the middle because I do really believe, and again have proven, that you can do both and both matter. And in this video, I'm going to talk about something that comes up a lot: is can you lose body fat and improve your relationship with food at the same time? Kind of go over some 3 key points that I think are really important. And number 1 is exactly that, is that willingness to learn new skills, particularly around mindset. And I think so many people are reluctant to do this. And a lot of the time it's when we talk about mindset, it comes across a little bit wet lettucey, or when we use words like self-compassion or mindfulness, people are like blah, blah, blah. I've heard it all before. But actually it is so important when it comes down to this stuff, because if you don't learn skills such as self as context, so that is the ability to observe your thoughts rather than being ruled by them. Cognitive diffusion, again, separating yourself and unhooking yourself from unhelpful thoughts and feelings, or just acceptance that, you know, when it comes down to dieting or losing body fat, that it is going to be hard. We are going to experience some tough times, some tough emotions. We can't actually get rid of that. And the more that we try, the more that we struggle, the worse that it actually gets. What we need to do instead is accept it, accept these feelings, accept it for what it is. And you'll actually find that that will make the entire process a lot, or much kind of easier. Because if we don't learn these skills, then this ends up being the reason that we just kind of rebound and we end up going really hard down a calorie tracking route or a really aggressive deficit. And then as soon as things get hard, we start beating ourselves up, the emotional eating starts to kind of kick in, and that vicious never-ending cycle starts. So number 1 is the willingness to learn new skills. Number 2 is breaking free from rigid rules and unhelpful stories. So we all have these conceptualized self-images, but also we all have these stories that we live by, particularly when it comes down to dieting, the best way to do it. And a lot of the time this comes from our past experiences. So if you have grown up with Slimming World Sue and you've gone back and forth to Slimming World, being told to count sins and weigh yourself and eat a banana without mashing it and all of this kind of crazy stuff, or maybe you've been brought up by parents that were always on a diet, or maybe your mum had a dysfunctional relationship with food herself, then without even knowing, these values, these beliefs, these stories get passed down to you, and as adults, they get stuck in our head. And we end up internalizing them, and these are belief systems that we just carry with us. And it really does impact the decisions that we make, and it impacts our behaviors, and it impacts our ability to lose body fat, because you might actually find that, again, it's shown within the research, that if you struggle with weight yourself, most likely you have family members that do as well, because it just becomes something that gets passed down from generation to generation. So in order to change this stuff, first of all, we've got to change and challenge these rigid rules by first recognizing them, realizing that they're not helpful, look at the workability of them. And then one of the things that I really like to do with my own clients is creating your own rule book. So how do you want to live your life? What are your values? What's important to you? And then off the back of that, that's how we start making decisions, and that's how we create a plan. And the final one is not holding your self-worth in your appearance or in your weight. Because if we do, then all of the stuff that we're doing is building confidence based on your ability to maintain that result. And let's face it, bodies change all of the time. But also, how many times have you stepped on the scales, seen the number go up, and you get that feeling of anxiety, guilt, shame, panic, and that leads you to either compensating, wanting to throw in the towel, wanting to kind of give up. And until we learn to separate ourselves and look at things a little bit more objectively, we're going to keep making knee-jerk decisions and reactions. So this kind of stems back to, again, the willingness to learn those skills, because if we learn the unhooking techniques and everything else, then actually that's really, really going to help. But again, it's making sure that when we're losing body fat and when we want to get these results, that we're doing it for the right reasons. Again, linking to point 2, which is doing it based on your own rule book and your own values and everything else like that. Because if we are doing it because we feel like it's going to make us feel better or feel good enough, or to some extent it's going to get rid of all of these negative emotions and feelings that we feel, it's simply not. It's just not going to happen. Don't get me wrong. Of course, feeling leaner and more confident is going to enhance your life, but it's not going to change absolutely everything. That's going to be down to the mindset work. And it's something that you definitely need to take seriously if you're going to do this properly and if it is going to change your life. And if you are looking for a little bit of kind of structure with this, I do have a free 4-week course that takes you through step by step exactly how to get started with fat loss. So we cover working out your calories, how to set up your diet. There's training plans on there as well. So you've got everything from the nutrition and training side, but there's also some step-by-step mindset tasks to help you get started, which are directly from acceptance and commitment therapy and have been proven to really help with things such as emotional eating and, again, your overall relationship with food. And you work through it at your own pace. There's some recorded videos in there from me as well. So if you do find that useful, or if you found this video useful, I know you would definitely appreciate that course. So make sure that you download that. And again, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be putting up more and more videos just like this one, but going into even more detail. So if you want to learn more about diffusion, ACT, emotional eating, but also training as well, then make sure you are following.